Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the Dr. Ali Griffith Show, a mindset, meditation, and motivation. Welcome to our Launch the Legacy series. This is our chance where we get to we get to speak to our audience. We get to tap into the space of what it took for us to navigate the space of even thinking of launching legacy. Like what? So you're going to hear from all of our co-authors, all of our number one best-selling co-authors who will be sharing with you their journey and their stories. But before we get to them, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I'm Dr. Ali Griffith. I am your business coach. I am your strategist. I also help with sales support, helping you navigate your live events. I'm in this space where I am working with high achieving women, women who want the most for their lives that at times take pauses and want to stop because of the unexpected glitches and challenges that happen in our lives. And as a result of that, I've been placed into the world to help them to navigate monetizing their gifts and tapping into clarity and to navigate the space of entrepreneurship in spite of what people don't see. So, how do we do it? How do we navigate it? How do we go fast sometimes and stop sometimes? How do we take those micro moves sometimes? And how do we create a space with a safe space with other like minded individuals in our Elite Legacy Masterminder, in our Launch Legacy brand, our Legacy Brand Academy? We have different spaces that we just hold each other up and help each other to navigate in spite of. What I'm excited about today is Launch a Legacy is a book that I need you all to get and to share with someone else. This is still the proof. If you see me holding it up, this is the author's copy before I gave the okay for it to go. But I wanted to move ahead with the interviews so that you can hear from the amazing ladies. So by the time you're hearing from this, it should be out and live and direct. So you'll go to launchthelegacy.com. You'll get your copy. You'll get another copy for someone else because we're not only talking about building impact with ourselves, but we are working on building impact within the community in the global aspect so that we're not the only ones launching businesses. We're not the only one that's planning on the next, and we're not the only one that's creating generational wealth, but we're spreading the information and navigating and helping others who may be feeling the way that we felt before saying yes. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce you to our latest co-author, best-selling co-author, Miss Denise Jordan. What I love about Denise Jordan is the fact that we met way before this Dr. Ali Griffith syndrome, this thing that's syndrome, yeah, this thing that's passing around the world where people are kind of talking about me way before I entered the room. Um, when I had my son and he was diagnosed, and I was looking for a space to go. She was part of an agency that helped me to navigate the space and just to feel and find myself again. She was one of the gentle entities that welcomed me and made me think and know that everything was going to be okay. And sometimes in the world, when you're navigating those difficult things, you don't know where to go. And when you're navigating I worked in the space of autism, but me now being an autism mom was like, wait, I can help others, but sometimes we need the help.
Yes.
So she is an autism. Well, I'll let her tell you all about her. But what I love about her is that she's the autism mom concierge, right? And she loves to help people to navigate the challenges and how they can still realign back to themselves and get the help. Now, what made you think of the Autism Mom Concierge? I'm going to talk all about your book and all about all Nick and all the great things, but what made you think of Autism Mom Concierge as that space that needed to be filled?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Ali. I thought about the Autism Mom Concierge because I saw that what other moms were going through. I saw that they need help. I saw that they were so overwhelmed with what we're going through because as special need moms, oh my God, we go through so much. So I created the Autism Mom Concierge to just be that support, for these other women. I just want to have them take that burden off of them, just help them to feel more relaxed and more comforted and to know that they're not alone. I want to be that support. I want to be that person for them because I know what I went through. I know what I'm going through. And I know so many other moms are going through them. I know where I was and I know where I'm now and I know where I'm going. So I really wanted to have them get through their next. How do I get them to their next? You're muted.
So let me say that again for those who are watching me. As the founder of the Autism Mom Concierge, she created this program for moms that were autism moms that were feeling tired and that were feeling overwhelmed that needed a quiet, relaxing space to rest. She has a son who's 19 years old, or maybe 20
Oh,
now, right?
20, 20.
Right. So when
Big
we wrote
two.
this book,
Oh,
when we wrote this book, it was 19. I like after I read it, I was like, I believe he's 20 now.
20.
And she remembers when sleep and rest seemed like a luxury. Take us back to some of the moms out there who may be experiencing that feeling, and how did you feel at that time?
Oh my God, I understand so well. I remember when my son was 13 and it was like it's a totally different person. It was just a totally different person. He did a 360 and I was wondering who is this person I'm looking at right now. And as autism moms, when they're awake, we have to be awake. And he would go from 6 a.m. until midnight or 1 a.m. And I would have to be up at that time. And it was so draining and tiring. And it was just, oh my God, the physical drain, the mental drain. It was just getting to be too much. It was just getting to be too much.
And
So
then,
I understand. I understand all these other autism moms going through that. I've been through that.
so if you're out there, just know that you're not alone. What was the turning point that led to you to write your book and write your story? Uh, Name of the book again? Why is it leaving me for the second? What's the name of the book?
Seeing autism through a different lens.
You. I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, I know it's in the book. I'm trying to get to it. What is it?
Seeing autism through a different lens.
Yes.
Because what I was seeing with my son, I wasn't seeing that with anybody else. I know when you see one child with autism, you see one child with autism, but it was like that was a different type of autism. And each time I would ask someone, is your child doing this? And they're like, no, 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 he's not doing that. But you know what? He'll get over it. He's a teenager. He must go through this. But I'm like, no, this is not a typical, these behaviors are not typical. I don't care what you say. This is not typical autism that I've been seeing out there. This is way past what we call autism. And so I'm like, oh my God, this must be a different autism. I'm seeing autism through a different lens here. I'm not seeing it as everybody else seeing their child.
And as a result of that, you had to make a very important decision that some parents have to do right now, and they need support with that. What was that decision that you made?
Oh my goodness, Dr. Ali, this is an only child. So for me to make that decision to place him in a residential setting, that just tore my heart out. That just tore my world apart. But then it took a while. It took a while to realize because of that, there's other things on the other side of that. And I wanted to create something for me, my family, and not just for us, but to let other autism moms know that there's another side. Just let's survive and go through, go through, go through it because a book, I created my LLC. I've been to biz retreats. I'm doing speaking engagements. Look, I'm telling you, best-selling author with this anthology launching legacy.
Hey.
Oh my God, there is so much on the other side. So I'm glad that I got the strength, a supernatural strength to take me from where I was in all this confusion to get to a place of calm from the chaos into calm. Took
Mm.
a while. It took a while, but I'm finally there. And I
Hmm.
just want other people to know that you can get there. How do I support you in getting there?
And she didn't even mention about the sleep retreat, which she's launched. That by the time the book is out, you'll hear more about the sleep retreat, and there'll be more of them. So you'll definitely be following Denise. And if not you, you'll know someone that needs her, right? So some of you maybe saying, "I'm not an autism mom. I'm not a special needs mom. This may not apply to me." But what I want you to really see is look underneath the next level and the next layer to see that we all go through situations that may cause us to put our dreams and the things that we are designed to do on pause. Remembering her going through those spaces, and she said sometimes when we go through challenges, and this was from one of the pages in her chapter, and the name of her chapter is Making Tough Decisions Through Challenges. How many of us out there are trying to grow this business, and there comes something, here comes another tough decision that you have to make, and it throws you off of navigating towards the business. Every time there's a challenge and you got to make a tough decision, you got to deal with the repercussions and the results and what's on the other side, which slows us down again. And she wrote, sometimes we go through challenges, we feel stuck and alone. I had to learn to believe in myself and my abilities. I had to look deep within myself and be able to realize that I am more than what I was going through. I don't need anyone to validate me. I had to believe in a higher power than myself. I had to choose to not stay in a space of self pity. This is for somebody, and feeling down. Every day we choose to be who we want to be. I am created for a purpose. And through all of what I went through and I'm still going through, so let me not make you think that I'm on the other side and I'm not still going through, and I'm still going through, I can help others. I know I deserve more, and my family deserves more abundance, more freedom, more joy, more peace, more choices. The Autism Mom Concierge was created and launched for this purpose. Whew, you wrote that.
I did. I did. Even while going through the challenges, even while going through.
Take us
So
back to when you were writing that and what you were feeling as you were writing those words.
I saw where I was. I saw where my life was at the time. Because at the time, I had just separated a month before Nick went into residence. So it's like my husband left, and it's like my child left, and it's like I was there to sit by myself to no wonder, now what? Now what? Where do I go from here? What do I do now? But I know I couldn't stand in where I was. I had to keep moving. I had to make a choice that my joy is priority. My self care, my self love, I had to love upon me because at that time, before my son went into residence, all I was thinking about was autism. And I had to flick that switch and to realize there is more out there for me. There is more out there for us. And I just have to believe that. I must believe that in order to get through. I have to.
Ooh, child, powerful, powerful. Um, she wrote at the end of her chapter, and y'all got to read this chapter. I mean, as I went through each one, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm learning more. More of this is resonating with me. Even things that I didn't go through with Zachary, it was still resonating to me. The things that we had to go through in order to grow this business, in order to start, in order to launch, in order to do the next step, and still dealing with whatever challenges that we had. And she wrote, there will be times of doubt, but I believe if he put me on his path, on this path, he will give me the strength to see it through. With him, all things are possible. Speaking of God, the Father, you can say whatever it is, whether you choose the universe, we say God. I have learned many lessons along the path of launching my legacy and reinventing myself. I'm going to share 3 out of the 10 that Denise has in the book so you can go get the book because they're that juicy. So the three that resonates with me, and I'm gonna choose random ones, and I want you, when you're hearing this, to choose which one or which three resonates with you, because by then I'm gonna know you got the book. Uh, Slow and steady wins the race. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Number 6, have SMART goals: special, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time based. So stop trying to do the big things. Have specific goals, have goals that you can measure, that's actually possible to attain, that are relevant to what you need to do, and that has a time by when. And one she shared was invest in me. What a big decision, especially as autism moms, because we feel so guilty, self included, when we have to spend money and anything else because we keep thinking and we know that our child will always need something next. And it's not usually the normal somethings, it's like that big something. Because our kids, especially with their special needs, have special needs.
We will do anything and everything for our children. But then when it comes to us, we're like, oh, do I really need this? Should I really do this? I mean, that's us as special need moms. That's what we do. We put our kids first. But then I've learned to put myself second, because God is first in everything I'm doing right now. I am just becoming who He created me to be. And that's just unique and magnificent and full of joy and light and love. It is just an amazing, amazing journey. It's an amazing path that I'm on right now in this stage of my life. And I only have God to thank for it, because He's never, ever left me.
And never
ever left me. I've been through so much. And if I can still sit here and still stand, all this supernatural power, only a supernatural strength.
And so can you, right? As you're listening and as you're watching this and knowing some of the things that we go through. And I get this from a lot of the folks that are not special needs parents that say, if you guys can do this and you have these extra things that you have to deal with, I can definitely do it, because I have that one less or two less things to deal with. I said it was 3 out of 10, but I turned the page, it's 3 out of 12. So you have not 7 more that we don't have, but we have 9 more that you get to see when you get the book. What Denise left us with at the end of the book, at the end of her chapter, is I'm ready for the life that God chose for me. I hope some of you guys are listening to this and really resonating. I deserve all good things in abundance, as I believe we all do. Sometimes we must make tough decisions while going through challenges, but I know we have everything we already need inside of us to succeed. Denise, let them know, how could they find you, what's next, and what do you have available if someone needs your support.
Oh, you can reach me at the Autism Mom Concierge at gmail.com. I'm also on Instagram at The Residential Life. And you can also reach me at Connect with Denise, denisejordan.as.me. Let's connect, let's talk. If you're that person who needs some support, some extra support.
Awesome. Do you have your book near you that you can show them also, or is it further than?
My book is always next to me.
Of course,
because my son is always next to me. Hey. Not far from me at all.
And your coach taught you better than that. Always be ready.
I am so proud of myself. I am just celebrating me right now.
Yes.
I have to.
Oh my God. So join us as we celebrate the co-authors. Make sure you love on them. Make sure you go on their social media pages. Let them know you heard them. Write whatever takeaways you got from them. Pour back into them, because we literally just poured 20 minutes of just pouring into you and more when you read the book. Let us know what resonates with you. As I said, if this is not for you, and if even if it's for you, share it with 2 or 3 others so it could be for them also. If you're getting Launch a Legacy book, make sure you go to launchthelegacy.com. Don't get 1, get 2, get 3. Think of others that you can gift, because you're not just gifting them a book. you're gifting them opportunities into their pathways of abundance and generational wealth, and overcoming the obstacles in so many different aspects and levels of business. No matter what level, we always have different types of obstacles to go through, and sometimes we give up on ourselves a lot, even as we're close to getting to that space where God has for us. So no giving up, just continue moving forward, and have motivational tools like this added into your toolkit so you can use it as you need. I want to thank you for following us on this journey. I want to thank Denise for joining us. I want to thank you for your support as our listeners, as our soldiers out there that are helping us to get this into a million home. Like, we're going to keep passing it along one by one by one. That means that's a million lives we're impacting by creating their own and launching their legacy. So whether it's the parent and the child, or the parent and their parents, we're impacting all of them. So we love you. We ask that you continue to give us support. Continue to be amazing in all that you do, especially in your words, your thoughts, and in your actions. Until the next time, make sure you follow us. Make sure you get the next listener interview. If you missed one, go back and find there are others, and there'll be more. You should listen to all of the co-authors, because each one will leave a different message for you. Okay. Thank you for your support, and we will catch you
Thank you,
next time.
Dr. Ali. Thank you.
Peace.